Art, War, and Mexico, Mexico. Today we're going to talk about 6 artists who fled Europe to seek refuge in Mexico. The first artist on the list is Pedro Friedeberg, and he's a little interesting because he came when he was only 3 years old, and he's still alive. He's the only artist on this list who's still alive, and he's the only Surrealist artist still living from the era of Surrealism. He was originally born in Florence, Italy, to German Jewish parents. They fled Europe because of the fascists and Nazis and moved to Mexico. And Pedro Friedeberg really grew up in Mexico. He's known for his hand chair, which really popped off in the 1960s, but it's still a major symbol. And there's knockoffs and fakes all over Mexico and the United States because it's such a popular image. He's known for his colorful sculptures, paintings, and drawings, often filled with intricate optical patterns. The next on this list is Katie Horna, who was originally from Hungary. She then moved to Spain, where she documented much of the Spanish Civil War, and eventually ended up in Mexico in 1939. In Mexico, she was known for her surrealist photo series, as well as intimate portraits of artists and intellectuals. She photographed her good friends, Remedios, Varo, and Leonora Carrington, as well as Gunther Goethe. Then we have Wolfgang Palin, who was originally from Austria and ended up in Mexico in 1939 with his wife, Alice Rahon. We're going to get to her later. He experimented with chance-based techniques like fumage, creating patterns with smoke on canvases. And in Mexico, he produced abstract cosmic landscapes that became almost like a prefiguration of abstract expressionism. Then we have the aforementioned Alice Rahon, who was originally from France and focused on poetry, but when she came to Mexico in 1939, she became a painter. She was often known for her abstract work, sometimes surreal, often inspired by mythology, nature, and indigenous Mexican culture. She became a leading female figure in Mexican abstraction, and sometimes her paintings almost remind me of like cave paintings. Then we have the GOAT, Remedios Varo, who was originally from Spain, fled the Spanish Civil War, and ended up in Mexico in 1941. She was known for very intricate, otherworldly paintings that fused surrealism with science, mysticism, and medieval symbolism. She created her most important works in Mexico, and her paintings are incredible. The last on the list is Leonora Carrington.